Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another hip hop related video. And I just got a question because when it comes down to this artist, he a rapper from the Dirty South. He from the ATO. And he did put some artists on when it comes down to his label, Grand Hustle. He signed B.O.B. He signed, I think he signed Iggy Azalea. And I think he also has signed Killer Mike too, but yeah, and I think like before with Meek Mill, before Meek Mill had got a deal with Rick Ross with Maybach Music Group, I think Meek Mill was signed to Grand Hustle too. But I got a question because speaking of Rick Ross said that he almost signed this artist to Maybach Music Group. But I was just wondering, what if T.I. signed Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle while Nipsey Hussle was on the come up? My fellow T.I. fans, my fellow Nipsey Hussle fans, let's chat. Let's have a discussion about this. Do y'all feel that it would have been pretty dope if T.I. signed Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle? Let's have a discussion about this. I'm gonna give you my answer like I do as always. If T.I. signed Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle while Nipsey Hussle was on the come up, I feel like it would have been a decent move, but eventually Nipsey Hussle, eventually he would have like left the label like a few years later and formed his own label. Same thing if Rick Ross would have signed him to Maybach Music Group. Later on in his career, he would have left Maybach Music Group and formed his own label, but T.I. signing Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle, I feel like it would have been a decent move. I feel like it would have been a pretty good move. I feel that T.I. and Nipsey Hussle would have done a lot of great things together, but eventually Nipsey Hussle probably would have only stayed signed to T.I. maybe for like a year or 2 years. You know what I mean? He would have left because that's the thing. Like Nipsey Hussle was a boss. He was an entrepreneur. And he even did a video on Vlad TV explaining that when it comes down to these major labels, they don't care anything about talent. But Nipsey Hussle was a boss. Nipsey Hussle was pretty much like his own boss. Yeah, like he was like his own boss. Like Nipsey Hussle was an entrepreneur, and he was doing some big things within his career because I think there was a situation where he was even working on doing like a documentary with Dr. Sabi, but yeah, yeah, the situation with him getting shot and killed, yeah, like Nipsey Hussle, he had got gunned down in his own hometown. Yeah, but at the same time, Nipsey Hussle, all he was trying to do, was check out his place of business, his clothing business. You know, what I mean that store was like a place of business where it had like clothes, his merchandise and stuff. It was like a big milestone, and he just wanted to celebrate, but jealousy, envy, and hatred. It's a drug. It's a drug. That's why, what I mean, it's important when you make it big, when you make it in the spotlight. You got to get far away from your hometown. But yeah, if T.I. signed Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle, it would have been a decent move. But Nipsey Hussle probably would have only stayed signed for like a year or maybe 2 years. Eventually, Nipsey Hussle, he would have left and started his own thing. But yeah, my fellow T.I. fans, my fellow Nipsey Hussle fans, let's chat. Do y'all feel that it would have been pretty dope if T.I. signed Nipsey Hussle to Grand Hustle? Let's have a discussion about this. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. And again, my new song, Bad Influences, it's on my YouTube channel and it's also on my SoundCloud. Y'all can follow me on SoundCloud at Wally G. It's also on my TikTok, and you can follow me on TikTok at WallyG25. Let's run it up. Let's blow it up. Love y'all.